My one piece of advice would be to have courage, to really have courage with your leadership visions of putting yourself way out there and using the conviction you have and your values to really identify what your stretch goals could possibly be. And have courage with your stakeholder dialogues, that the more authentic you are, the more you put yourself out there. I don't know anyone from my class that really put themselves out there with their key stakeholders, and that it didn't come back to them in spades.
My one piece of advice is to open up. And it was with respect to stakeholder dialogues and just the people that matter most to you. I don't know if it was the first or second class, you cold called on me to get up here and give my leadership vision, completely unprepared to do it. I got up there and actually shared something that was really personal to me that I had really never articulated kind of in a public forum before. And it was, my wife and I started a foundation to help other couples go through infertility treatment. And it was a really uncomfortable situation for me. Yeah. But by just opening up and kind of building that self-esteem to do it, really helped me to take that momentum and turn it into something. So here we are, about a year later. We've had one baby birth from the foundation and another that's on the way in a couple months. So this is just something that my wife and I are so proud of for doing, and it came to fruition because I felt comfortable opening up and building leadership around that.
I'm going to give a piece of advice that's really tactical and timely, I think, which is take your leadership vision to your stakeholder dialogues. This is something that I've done and encouraged people that I've mentored to do many times. And the reason for that is multifold. One, it helps you clarify that leadership vision is correct, because these are the people that are important to you, so they can give you honest feedback on it. Two, it helps you introduce the process of total leadership to the people that you're talking to. I think that makes it much more clear. You don't have to go through as much backstory, so it makes it that much easier to launch into the conversation. And three, it allows people to have a chance to tell you how they want to be a part of enabling that leadership vision, which is really what you want from your stakeholders. So really short and sweet, take your leadership vision to your stakeholder dialogues where you think it makes sense.
So my advice is also going to be tactical. So you are exactly 3 months away from graduation. I'm not saying that anybody's in this place, but if you're looking at the next 3 months and thinking, I'm going to coast to the end, and I'm just going to, sort of halfway do my assignments and halfway have my stakeholder dialogues, and whether it's this class, by the way, or any class that you're taking in the next 3 months, my piece of advice is today, make the commitment to be fully engaged in the next 3 months. Because what you're going to get out of this class and what you're going to get out of some of your other experiences in the next 3 months, you're going to come back to forever, right? This is it for most people. This is the last time you're going to be in an environment like this. So I would say sort of recommit to learning and opening yourself up to this process, because you won't regret it, and you might regret not doing it.
I would share with you guys, understand the expectations and then work to exceed the expectations by the widest possible margin. Whether it's personal or professional, if you understand what someone's expecting of you and you can exceed that, you're going to do well. So my wife is away for a couple of days. She thinks the house is going to be torn up, the dog's not going to be fed, it's going to be a complete disaster. And I have every expectation that I'm going to exceed her expectations when she comes home. And it's going to be wonderful for me. It works both professionally or personally. It's great.
I'd say that if this course helps you identify what you value and you really make a set of what your values are, surround yourself with people who share those values. Sounds easy to do, harder to do in practicality. Think about it this way. You're going to be the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. The average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And if those people don't share your values, think about that life. And if those people do share those values, think about what life can be for you there.
One of the things that I think is most helpful in the class is if you find that you have a lot of things going on the week the exercises are due, to just block out time and be selfish, to invest in being really thoughtful and honest in the journaling and the exercises, because that's where you get the most out of the program, is like in that self-discovery phase. So just block out time, be selfish for what you're doing here, and I think it'll be great.
So my advice to you guys would be based on a video I just recently saw. So I'm going to have a small 1-second experiment. How many of you here are comfortable in calling yourself leaders? See, each time, the video that I saw, each time the guy asked, there would always be a bunch of people who won't show up their hands. So you got to have faith on yourself. Like, if you don't feel that you would be a good leader, you got to start thinking like that. You have to have faith in yourself. And the other advice I would give would be design fun, creative, and clever experiments and have fun with them. If you don't enjoy the experiments that you design, you won't really do well in those. And take risks, Don't be afraid to take risks. Even Batman has to take risks. So.
Okay, so my one piece of advice is to really understand and accept that you can have it all. Having it all can live as a cliche, or it can live as something that you really are committed to and that you hold yourself accountable for.